We also have a 74, and we're working on designs for something around 86 to 92 as well. Okay. So,
this is a solar-powered
you've got a nice
cat.
living space here.
Yep.
That is so cool. Way cool.
So pretend. This is very cool.
Right, so you get a nice spacious fly bridge. Most importantly, you get a whole lot of solar panels.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about.
Yep.
So we have 65 square meters of solar panels on this boat. That's more than 700 square feet. We generate peak more than 15 kilowatts in an hour.
Yep.
So the idea being you've got more than enough sun coming in, you've got good sun, good sea conditions, you keep your batteries topped up through the day, and you can run through your night just on those batteries. So the solar runs everything during the day, all that excess power filters down through your motors and everywhere else, and then in the morning, the sun comes up, starts topping everything up, refilling your batteries, so you keep producing. Idea is that you've got a virtually endless range. You've got good sun, good sea conditions, you can go around the world and never touch a drop of diesel.
Wow,
Now,
that's
of course-
incredible.
Yeah.
So what happens if you're offshore and you hit some, I mean, what's the range on the diesel engines?
So the diesels, we have two forms of diesel backups.
Okay.
So you've got, well, because of course bad weather does happen.
Yep.
You know, and so you've got your generator. You've got a 12 kilowatt generator.
Yep.
But because the generator just charges your batteries, we do have a proper mechanical diesel backup as well.
Okay.
So of course, if there's ever a disconnect between your batteries
I see
and
what
your
you're
electric
saying.
motor,
So is it more efficient to run the generator to run the electric motors than just use the pure diesel?
It depends on how you look at it. So we've got multiple methods of charging here.
Right.
So of course you got shore power.
Yep.
You got the solar.
Yep.
You got your generator.
Yep.
And you also can use your diesel engines to turn your electric motor as an alternator.
Yep.
Which will also charge your batteries.
Right.
So it depends on what kind of weather you're in. If you're just waiting out a storm at anchor, run your generator. But if you're trying to push through a storm or outrun a storm, you can run on your diesels using that electric motor as an
So
alternator.
this
your batteries are
actually
topped up.
lowers, doesn't
And
it?
then you can switch back over to electric and
How many batteries does it have?
Charges
we
your
have
phone.
142 kilowatts of just ultimate.
Wow.
Yeah. So part of what makes us able to achieve this is we build ultra lightweight. Everything you see on this boat is not wood or upholstery or stainless or what have you. It's carbon fiber.
Wait, this
So-
is carbon fiber? No.
Well,
You know,
that's
yeah.
stainless. But this is
But
ultra.
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. So the idea being that we are ultra lightweight, ultra efficient in the water. The same boat built in fiberglass would be 8 tons heavier. We're only 25 tons now. That's a third of our weight all over you. Make a big difference for us in the water. So we only build in carbon fiber. We will never build in fiberglass, and that is a huge part of how because it's a huge part of how we're so efficient. Another thing that leads to that, we build wave-piercing valves. So that means that in places like the Caribbean or the Mediterranean, where there's always a little bit of chop,
Yeah.
you cut straight through it.
Wow.
Now most, most.
And then
4 gallons of diesel per hour cruising speed.
So we get our
bad weather. and it
That
makes it
goes
more-
down. That
It's
goes
shut
down.
down.
Number one.
This
Like
goes
more
down.
compact.
So you see we have
Wow.
some shading
Oh,
on the
yes.
panels.
Yeah.
So you maximize your solar
Wow.
exposure.
When you
The lightning rod above this because you want your lightning rod to be the highest point. So,
I have to ask, but
Oh, gee, we just.
Dad, at Helm Station?
It's got that new $3.2 million yacht smell.
so you get a nice big spacious salon,
Yep.
nice big galley. For new builds, everything you see on this boat is standard, and almost everything you see on this boat is customizable.
Nice
So
that.
if you don't like something,
But
change
you
it.
can change it, like your
Cool.
tops if you want it.
Yeah,
Like
if
that,
you don't
right?
like granite countertops, well, you can change the type of granite, type, marble, whatever.
I love the navy leather.
Thanks.
That's beautiful. Wow. This is
Dang.
Like space.
It is like a spaceship.
You're not.
The great thing about this boat.
He was saying, I'm like, well, does it take a lot to do with the air conditioning? He goes, this thing is generating so much power. He turns on the air conditioning, everywhere on the whole boat just to get rid of excess power because he doesn't want to overcharge the batteries. So it just boots air conditioning at anchor all the time. So we have 4 ensuite cabins, all the same. Very, very light and airy. I take any one of them, but they can do a 3. They've done 1 3 where this would all be the master. And the gentleman we're talking to is actually the owner of the company with his wife. Pretty damn cool. And so he's like, I don't like small showers, I don't like diesel bills, and I don't like too little storage. So those were their design prerogatives when they built this. Pretty cool. I've been asking him about the longevity of the systems. You know, theoretically, there's less moving parts. And he says, well, their emphasis is to have everything at a certain level of quality so that you can't say, oh, you know, the motors are good, but the wiring is shoddy. But they put most of their effort into the Croatian-built motors. I have a Gray P Croatian-built electric e-bike. They actually, that same company builds Rimac, which if you're familiar with those cars, they are amazing performance cars. So it's not like Croatia is not recognized for their competence in building excellent motors, and they don't require air cooling, or you know, the way they're cooled doesn't have a fan on them like a lot of the competing motors that he was shopping for. That's cool. You get to talk to the owner. He's right here of the company. Oh yeah. Pretty light. There's obviously like an emphasis on weight. These seem hollow, and I want to say this is kind of RV, but you know what? On a boat like this, weight is extremely critical. So I have a hard time, you know, as long as the hardware is all good, I have a hard time being a critic of thin components.
That manufactures fiberglass holes and grips. Fiberglass, aluminum, and jet enders. So we have the entire market covered. So we started the APJ 3 years
Like the
ago,
location here.
and since it started, I mean, the people has been just crazy about it because I mean we launched on these things.
Now they can't get me off the boat. I'm like hanging around. So, you know, in terms of sailing catamarans, a netted bow like this is pretty much, you know, the performance option. So some people would rather see lounge seats up here, but this is kind of the way you want to go. It eliminates the whole slap from the waves below. It lets it be a boat. On a Power Cat, you want wave piercing hulls, which this has. A lot of them are adapted from sailing cats, and they aren't quite as dialed in as, you know, specifically built components for a Power Cat. I'm kind of learning that at the boat show here. So, yeah, I like this. Very seaworthy. I'm all about quality seals and doors. Nice, safe place to keep this one. I'm impressed with that. You know, again, this looks like aluminum frame. It's decent. I mean, it's a small port in a big boat. To me, this is seaworthy. That could be a little stronger. Again, catamarans are so amazing. Just the sheer amount of space. If you want to live on a boat, man. I definitely know a lot of condos that are similar square footage for more money. Might as well have one that you can take around with you. Really high quality hardware. This is interesting. Wow, look at that. I mean, totally overkill. Serenity 64. He's also talking about how that can be lowered just to keep the nuisance of extra windage, you know, in the elements when you're trying to dock. It's a little more efficient underway. A lot of smart thinking. And he said the reason they're covered with glass, the solar panels, because they tend to overheat if they're composite when they're working hard. And this whole thing can raise, because you don't have enough deck space on this. You need a little more, you know. So, like everything else. Pretty cool. Serenity 64.